Anyway, everybody, let's get down to business here, right? There's still a hell of a lot we could talk about after a really long weekend, and hey, feel free to throw it out there, and I'll give you my thoughts if I have to. But we have a playoff team, I hope. We are kicking things off tonight by looking through the free agent list, but a quick reminder after a couple days away that this is what our team currently looks like, at least at the high end. I mean, this is a playoff team on paper, man. This is a playoff team on paper, and I'm hoping that tonight is the night that we get there. And who knows, maybe we'll be moving on to the NBA side of things sooner rather than later. So, did you see Sanders told Colorado's banned not to play the fight song after a touchdown? I did. You know, I'm just starting to think about the old Colorado Buffaloes football team. That maybe it's not about the team and it's about the Sanders. Who could have foreseen such a thing? Who could have? Relocation time. I still don't know if I want to move this team necessarily. Kind of waiting for the first time we make the playoffs, and then it's like, oh, cool, we're closer. Now let's move. But, all right, let's see if there are any shenanigans. You want to check out the team's UDFA? No, I mean, if someone beat us to the punch, they beat us to the punch. I'm not too worried about that. I know the AI can technically just randomly sign somebody, but clearly, based off of how many people we've ended up with, it's not that big of a deal. You know? Not that big of a deal. Signed the UDFA X Factor linebacker off of Dallas. I mean, that is certainly... Ah, shit, we already looked at this guy. That is certainly a way to make you think, like, who have we missed out on? But, that was a random star dev quarterback, Tony Green. Sign him for the moment, even if he's practice squad. Corey Burke. What do we got for Corey Burke? Nothing. Or I don't know if anyone was talking about anything specifically. It's just aside from the fact that Stan Kroenke's a bad person in general. Russ Bacon. Oh, how nice would it be to find at least one more superstar? How nice would it be? I don't think it'll happen, though. Shout out to Matty Ice, 11 months. 11 months off the primer. Matty, how the heck are you? Thank you very, very much for supporting my face. Oh, goodness. Not looking too good this year, but if there was ever a year where we weren't really going to find anybody, we're okay with it being this one. Random star dev running back, Roosevelt Akins. Well, Matty, we're happy to have you, you know? Chris Robertson. Also not going to make it. Boy, you know what's going to happen, by the way? They're going to add the fucking dev pattern badge right as we hit the end of this challenge is my bet. Ah, big boy, the tears. I don't understand how anyone could have complained about that event, by the way. It's fucking awesome. How many games will it take for the Giants to put in DeVito? Well, again, my favorite thing to do is to like date these, knowing that it's going to be for fucking ever before I catch up on the YouTube side of things in terms of uploading. And the problem is you have to go. You got to go with Danny No Dimes. You got to do it. Also, how the hell do we get like one running back? God damn. You got to go with No Dimes. They're paying him too much. They're paying him too damn much. And I'm sorry, but you can't really bench a guy that you're paying that much money for Tommy DeVito. You just can't do it. Is Dak worth the contract extension? I don't know, man. Like, there's a whole lot of lack of playoff success for the Cowboys during his tenure, and you don't put it all on the quarterback, but like, damn, Damn. That's all. Also, Boston Fleet wins. Top Hat, I wasn't overly impressed with any of the PWHL names, unfortunately. I think some of them were like okay at best, and there were a couple of bad ones, unfortunately. I haven't gotten an NHL game before. What year should I get? Oh, God. What consoles do you have? That's my first question. What consoles do you have? Let's see. Are we going to find anybody here at Wideout? Xbox One. NHL 17 is a good shout then for that era. Yeah. NHL 17. But I mean, technically, if you have like no level of like, I think I already looked at a lot, didn't I? I don't know. Technically, if you have like no baseline for like, hey, what you want a hockey game to be, then honestly, the more recent ones could be a decent time to jump on board, you know? Could be. Or it could be the worst time. Depends on who you ask. Depends on who you ask. Oh, goodness. Brett Chambers. New York team should be playing in Connecticut. Look, the NHL just wanted their own way. Or the PWHL wanted their own way of being like the NFL. Where it's like, what the hell's a New York team playing in New Jersey for? I look at Beasley, I don't even know. This is what happens. I didn't. There we go. You're not a true New York team unless you play in a surrounding state. That's right. I said it. I said it. I said it. Ben Adams. Not looking that good. Toronto's name's extremely underwhelming. At least the logo's nice. Their logo was very T-Swift. I wouldn't be surprised if they get sued because of it. Like, very T-Swift. Oh, goodness. All right, we are not going to find much this year, but our core is pretty much intact, so that's not a big deal. This guy's a 69 overall at 21. God damn. Let's sign him for the moment. Don't think we'll play him. We'll sign him for the moment. Actually, a couple of good players in there. For normal devs, that is. Tight ends. Khalid Alston. We'll be fine to tight end. We definitely do not need one. But it's still worth looking every year, you know? We are going to have, and we have had at least a talent retire. We are going to be at that point where we need to start worrying about replenishing talent. So, and unfortunately, we're not finding much to replenish said talent with. Damn it. Come on, Philip Hazelwood. Nope. I ain't going to have a name like Philip Hazelwood. Wish I could get 04 to work on my PC. Tried every compatible. Smelly, I have also had a ton of issues trying to get NHL 04 rebuilt to work on my PC. It is frustrating because it is a tremendous mod. But, yeah. It is not the most compatible in its current form. More elite punters and kickers incoming. Of course, we're too far along in this challenge to even be able to try to build those guys up at any other position. Yeah, not a single tight end that was really worth it. We got a left tackle. Well, we find a superstar left tackle in Glenn Andrews, son of Crash. The problem is he's 23 years old and only a 58 overall. But, yeah. Might be lucky then. Son rebuilt was better for me. Yeah, it was, not easy for me at all. I still haven't gotten it to work. So, and then again, I haven't tried in a while, though. Maybe I should try again for 04 rebuild. Coach's kid. So, little bit worried about that superstar tackle we just brought in. But even if we, we won't play him as a starter, but he can still develop into a decent lineman for us. So, definitely going to keep him. What are the odds, man? I think that's our second superstar tackle after Davis, the big center. After years of not finding anybody for the O-line. So, Garrison Redmond. Nope. Got to keep our expectations low. That way, when not too many people show up, we can't really be disappointed. Great block, Davis. What do we got at left guard? John Triplett. Where's your siblings? Will Groves, you're a second-year pro. Damn it. Yeah. Always sucks when I miss a few days because it's like, oh my God, all this stuff happened. And then I feel like we talk about some of it, but then I think of like, oh yeah, I was going to make this point about it. But then I think that way about every conversation. And now my brain's just like overloaded. That's also the problem of being tired and having to go through the mind-numbing task of looking at dev patterns in this fashion because EA hates me. The things you do for content. Oh, Kirk Tanley. Hugh McDonald. Okay. Not finding much. What do we got at center? Anybody at center with a dev traits that we can focus on? Not looking good. Not looking good. After hearing that the Ottawa PWHL logo looks like the Cavs and Flames logo had a child, I can't unsee it. It's a pretty apt description. Pretty apt. Yeah, and Isabel, I haven't tried to install 04 Rebuilt in at least a year. So, who knows? Maybe I'll have more luck this time. Who's to say? Also, though, it is the worst time of year to be like, yes, let me do that because, Jesus, like, we are right in the middle of crazy, crazy sports game season where there is no shortage of games to play. So, John Jensen. Nothing. Fire Cannon, what's going on? How the heck are you? Hopefully you bring us some luck here, because we're on a little bit of a drought. It's not that bad. We did just get a superstar lineman. Trent Barrington of the Barrington Dynasty. Boy, this is not going as you like to see it go. At least it'll make roster cuts easy. FC and 2 dude, between FC and it's just all the stuff. How do you sign UFAs? Preseason. Free agent list in the preseason. Right after the draft is the time to look. So, let's see. Isaac Bolden. I did see that you could change numbers in CFB now. Yeah. That was never a big thing for me. I gotta be honest. That was never one of my concerns. I get why it bothered some people, and it's like, yep, that's something people should have been able to change, but that did not affect my experience whatsoever. Not in the slightest. All right, right tackle, Tommy Lee Jones. Tommy Jones. Welcome in, Tommy. Waiting for the cap on coach. Yeah, Moki, that was one of my bigger complaints, right? Is like, I can't like reset my skill tree. That was one of my bigger complaints about the game. You know, certain things you could do in 14 that you can't do now. It's like, why can't I reset my coaching skill tree? You know? There were definitely some other things that I was looking forward to them changing. Harvey Hartwell. You will not be signed. And then the last guy, Rakeem Pettis. Okay. So a couple of guys for the offensive side. What can we find for the defensive side? Again, this is the year that we really do need to see this team make the playoffs. I think we could easily call it a disappointment if we're not like the last team to miss out, you know? Like, if we have a top 10 pick this year, that's a disaster. Will we find anybody on defense here? Once you hit level 50, yeah. So, I mean, once you hit level 50, you stop earning points. I feel like once you hit level 50, you should earn the right to be able to respec then. If you just aren't going to give us the option to respec in general, do it as like a level 50 reward, you know? Different ways to go about it. And we are not going to find anybody here, are we? You wish in Madden you could be a D lineman in Superstar. I wish you could be any position in Superstar mode. You used to be able to. Like, I'm not lying when I say, like, the most interested I would be in Superstar mode is if I could be a kicker. I think that would easily be the most interesting situation and scenario. Because honestly, that's what I used to do back in the day as a kid. Between that, like, the most I ever played Superstar mode was that option of being a kicker. And then the year that Calvin Johnson was a rookie, I was him in Superstar mode, and he was an unbelievable cheat code. Like, literally just call for the ball, out jump everybody, come down with it, GG's. So, yeah, I would love to be able to be any position in the game. Hello, Mr. Josh Stoutmeyer. I do not know if we'll be keeping you, but welcome. O-line for the pancake, right? Dude, O-line would actually be fun, yeah, because you can just literally flatten people. Like, shit, we were doing that with a wideout before we kind of discovered, like, oh, man, wideout's a little bit disappointing because the play calling was a bit rough at the start of CFB. Eldra Spruce. Eldra Spruce. Leslie Rhodes. Right end. Who do we have at right end? Zeke Ridley. Ridley. You are not good at the video game. Kevon Pettis. Will we get anybody else here? O-line with max strength. Just flatten every... Right? Like, I want that ability to be a Hall of Fame O-lineman in Superstar mode. Why not? It would just be fun. But I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if they've come up with a good excuse as to why you can't. Probably taking up too much of the game's memory on MUT-related bullshit to be able to spec it into Superstar. I don't know. I'd love to know. That was their excuse about helmets and in the Pro Bowl and referees. So, again, I just can't help but think it's a matter of years-old code. Mr. Grimes, good to see you. Is the team still bad? We're about to find out. And by about, I mean, we'll find out in about 15 minutes. I'm hoping we're not. Is all I can say. I'm hoping that we're not, and that this will be a playoff year, which means I am probably fooling myself. If we're being honest. Bobby Ford. Normal Dev. Probably some dumb justification who would want to be a kicker. Hi. You're not wrong. It's like, oh, come on. How many people would actually play as a kicker? Doesn't matter. Give people the option. If the answer is, yes, more options for the player to play the game the way they want to play it, then the answer is always, yeah, do that. Always. Always, always. Renee? Who the hell's naming their son Renee? I mean, go ahead, I guess. It's not the most ridiculous thing, but I'm just shocked that's in the name pool. I want to play as a punter. Dude, playing as a punter would be fun. You can't tell me, like, Superstar mode as a kicker, getting those big-time, like, playoff opportunities and shit, that wouldn't be incredibly intense. Because it would be. Always thought about how much we talk about Ultimate Team, just how much sports games actually make from Ultimate Team-related things that care that much. A lot. A lot. A lot. A lot is the answer. How much does EA make off of Ultimate Teams across NHL, Madden, FC? A fucking lot. That's the problem. They make a shat load of money. It is ridiculous. Here we come, the next Adam Vinatieri. The next Cody Parkey, maybe. Cheers to this song, eh? Oh, goodness. Warriors having himself a night, clearly. Clearly. Bobby Gore! Scars! Bobby Gore! Roy Collier. Well, again, if we were going to have a bad year in terms of recruits, this is an okay year to not have much going on. We do get Stephen Buckley. Good old Buckley. Jake, it's going to happen. Hopefully this week, but we talked about it out of the gates. NBA's rosters are a little bit rough. So, whoops, click on this guy. So, we're trying to give the community time to fix 2K's shortcomings. And another middle linebacker, Aaron Samuel. The Samuel. Let's see. Kai Forbes. Not going to be there. Jeff Devlin. Man, okay. I mean, granted, it's a bunch of, like, star linebackers and shit. That's not anything crazy, but, I mean, at least we're getting players to consider. I don't think we'll start any of them for, like, Rookie of the Year or anything. We'll see. Clyde Murphy. Let's see. John Newberry. Waiting to see if Big Boy is going to be alone. Big Boy, I think you were alone. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Oh, goodness. Will Staley. Nope. Watch player limit. Yeah, you're right. I should double check. That's a fair shout, Rowan. Oh, we're at 71 to 75. That's not bad. We can go a little bit over 75 and not have the game glitch out. All right. The secondary. Holding out hope for another superstar. Tyson was a second-year pro. And Yasha. What's going on? Marshall. He's not going to make the cut either. Freddie Ingram. Damn it. Thaddeus Winter. Ah, yes. Ah, yes. This is the Thaddeus Winter of our discontent. Doug Avery. Not going to make it there. Speaking of rosters, one will CFB update Florida State and Colorado. They probably won't nuke Colorado. I can't imagine. They should. Like, people were laughing at some of the ratings, both team and individuals, for Colorado, and I don't think they'll nuke them. Did we look at Doug Avery? Let's see. Brian Frazier. Smoking Joe. Marquez Minor. Steven Nance. All right, another star dev corner. Again, don't know if he'll make the team or anything like that, but he's at least here. You know, that'll be okay. Greg Gardner. We shall call you Sauce. Saucy or Gardner? Jermaine Lowry. I don't know a single player on any of the teams at CFB, so the ratings are fine. Totally fair. Totally fair. I'm pretty close to being in the same boat as you, Jake, in that regard. You know, people have joked about, like, oh, you're gonna roster edit in Madden, and I'm like, I'll stick to my lane with NHL. You know. Oh goodness, Justin Leach, another star dev corner. Don't know how many of these guys will even make the team, but again, it's at least worth looking. Justin Hawkins. Wasn't Justin Hawkins the lead singer of... He was! Why did I know who Justin Hawkins was? He's the lead singer of The Darkness. Shout out to Justin Hawkins. Shout out to The Darkness. Great band. More than a one-hit wonder. Let's see, Jordan Brock. Also, there's a chance the PC screen didn't show up because I think the last thing I did on here was record. No, it looked like it would have shown up. Never mind. We should be fine. Let me know. Anyway, Jordan Brock's not going to make the cut. Dwayne Farmer. Nope. We saw it. Good. Quincy Kershaw, son of Clayton. He's not going to make the cut. All right, final few positions here before we get the season underway, or at least the pre-season. I don't know how much a training camp will go through or anything like that. David Garner's a second-year pro, so that's not going to matter. All right. I saw both Goldberg's and Titus O'Neil's son. Titus O'Neil has a son? In college. I knew about Goldberg's kid. The broadcast made a big deal about him warming up, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure he didn't play. But Robert Bowens. Doesn't look like we're getting an X Factor this year, and if we do, it'll be in special teams, which will be fucking hilarious, and wouldn't be the first time. Let's look at the kickers. Nick Garner. Nope. Bryce Byron. Star dev kicker Bryce Byron. We can at least use him to fill up the practice squad because there's no way we're keeping him. Maxwell Myers. Another star dev. We're just going to hoard star dev kickers. Why not? Top hat, fair enough. I won't ask you. Chris Beckham. Normal dev. Eric McLeod. Normal dev. Future quarterback, Max Myers. Dylan Crocker. Fairy godparents. Miles Love. Son of Jordan in this timeline. We're far enough into it. Then for the punters, Tucker Winters. Nope. Ricky Kavanaugh. Nope. Show us Peter Dawson. Star dev punter, Peter Dawson. Goodness. Goodness. We also got Stephen Bayless, grandson of Skip. And George Allen. All right. Well, there we go. We got a couple of players, nothing too crazy this year. Nothing too crazy. Let's get a base, a cursory glance at the roster. See if there's anybody that we don't necessarily want. And we'll take it from there. Yeah, we got all the extra fullbacks. I do have to cut a couple of people, though, you know. It should probably just be the extra kickers and the extra punters that we just signed, now that I think about it, since we have to cut 3 people. Hell of a song. Don't want it right now. Peter Dawson. Let's go ahead and get rid of you after all, because we're going to have plenty of space on the practice squad. We'll also get rid of Myers and Byron. And that'll get us down to 75, and then that way we can drop other people to the practice squad, right? I love that we signed Dawson last, and he was the first guy to get cut. We changed our mind, kid. We changed our mind. So, depth chart. We'll just go, what do we want to go with? Yeah, let's let old Tony Green get some playing time in there. Screw it. Any rookies that can get, like, the vast majority of the playing time so we can rest our starters, I am totally good with that. Totally good with that. At least for the preseason, right? Like, we can start Andrews at left tackle. Start Brackett over Strickland. Mims over Davis. Streets over Norton. Like, try to protect some of the starters. Not all of them, but some of them. Let these younger guys get that play time in there. We do care about McNeil. Bring me McNeil. I have no idea, to be honest with you. Let's get Eric Pollock in there. Offensive tackle. Where's Stoutmeyer at? The old Stoutmeyer. We didn't have a new linebacker. We do have the new middle linebackers, though. Buckley and Samuel. Let's get these guys some playing time this preseason. Right side. Where is Devlin? Get him in there. New corners. We want Leach. We want Gore to get some playing time. Nance. And Henning. We didn't have a new free safety. We didn't have a new strong safety. Cool. In terms of training camp drills, we won't have to do one for everybody. Yeah, rock your body. Yeah, but we should do this for Justin Herrera at the very least. I mean, even if it's an outside opportunity at him going... I should have bullet passed that, not lobbed it. Even if it's an outside opportunity at him going X Factor off of this drill, it's something that we need to do. So, God, it is still weird to be able to control a quarterback that actually has throw power, you know? It is very weird. Guy's got a cannon, though. That Mahomes storyline is fucking nuts, dude. It's so powerful. I love it, though, because it is realistic. You know, that whole idea of being rewarded for sitting out a quarterback is pretty nice. I just didn't think we'd be able to do it with a UDFA. The bullseye, that's gold. A few reps to go. Think fast! And think fast! All right. Give us an X Factor quarterback. We sure did, Lethal. We sure did. No X Factor. That's a shame. Probably not going to worry about Tony Green because we're probably going to have our offensive mentor be at quarterback again. Rushing attack. We need to do it with Brandon Statton, the superstar dev running back. So let's get this over with. Heard no idea because I just don't bother even paying attention to that type of stuff. I would think no one would care about sitting a UDFA. Yes, but he's superstar dev. I'm not saying it should proc with a UDFA, but I'm happy that it did. Like, realistically, yeah, you'd never have a situation. I mean, I guess unless it was... Like, even if it was like, oh, like, this guy got in trouble in college and you brought him in as a UDFA, are you going to set it like that? Would be an entirely different situation, right? I can't really think of a situation where a UDFA people would actually care. Like, oh, you're going to sit him out for the year and trade him up? So, shout out to Elsewhere, by the way. I saw the refollow recently. Regardless, it's good to have you back. Thank you for the 47 months on the primer. Unfortunately, some dickhead from Buffalo usurps you with 76. XG, I love you. How are you? I miss you. If NHL isn't complete garbage, are you going to play it just as an excuse to hang out? Please. Please, please, please. I still love you even if Twitch doesn't want me to. It's the forbidden love that, you know, you just can't stay away from. But Elsewhere, good to have you back. And I'm glad that is sorted out. I am just trying to pick a goddamn song off of Spotify. And I can't even take a second to run the ball until I get pissed 2 weeks in. Well, that'll be both of us. That'll be both of us. 2 weeks is ambitious, though. I was thinking 2 minutes. I was thinking 2 minutes. But, 2 weeks is pretty ambitious. I like it. Taxi, how about them Bills, by the way? How about them Bills? Fucking ballin'. Running karaoke's. Oh, get broken tackled. Hold on, I gotta try to hurdle somebody. There we go. Where's the other guy? Where is he? He's over here. Fuck are you? No. Almost. Almost. We tried. We couldn't hurdle a guy that was stationary. Come on, man. Come on. Wide out battle, you ain't Josh Allen. I tried, though. I tried. There's nobody there I'm overly worried about, like superstar dev at a younger age. On the O-line, we do have Tony Davis or Glenn Andrews. Let's take some balls to the face, baby. Typical Monday. Let's go. Take some balls to the face. Let's go, Tony. Oh, God, it's going to make me go all the way. Run, Tony. Take those balls to the face. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Balls to the face. Balls to the face. Tony Davis. Balls to the face. Yeah. Balls to the face. Tony Davis. Running around, taking balls to the face. Oh, shit, we gotta go get that +1. Run, Tony! Hell yeah. Oh, my God, I knocked a motherfucker into another motherfucker. I didn't know you could do that. That was sick. Oh, shit. Not my quarterback. I lost the modifier. We probably won't get gold now. I knocked a ball into another ball. That was sick. Oh, shit. Hey, we still got gold. What do you know? What do you know? Locked out of that one. That's for sure. We'll take it. Give me an X-Factor lineman. They don't even exist. He just desperately needed that skill point. Trench battle. Jesus Christ. Look at the age of our core players here. The window is opened. And we need to make the most of it. There's really nobody there that I'm worried about. Nobody there that I'm worried about either. Okay. That's it for training camp then. I mean, yes, we could train up some of those star dev guys, but I'm not as worried about them. In terms of developments, Glenn Andrews definitely needs to be focused on. Who else is superstar dev or higher that doesn't have the best rating in the world? Tony Davis. Yeah, this window is officially open. I need to see this team making the playoffs. Roman McCoy at corner. What else do we have? Paul Jones at full. Fuck it. Let's train up the fullback. I was going to say at fullback, but let's train him up. Zesty Ham. 27 months. It would have been more fitting if you were on the 22, but I appreciate what you were going for. Zesty, welcome back. Thank you for the continued support. I appreciate it. All right, there we go. So let's see what this team looks like at the end of the preseason and what this roster will look like as we go to war. Try to make the playoffs for the first time. Fuck the playoffs. Give me the superb owl. You know, you never know. Oh, boy. Storylines. All the storylines. Lucas Acosta. And your personality, too. Damn your personality type. I'm a leader, so I made decent progress. 3,000 XP plus 1 acceleration and strength. Sure. As a McCaffrey fantasy owner, draft Jordan Mason for insurance. Hey, not bad. What a story, though, huh? Ready for the press conference? No, I'm not. God damn it, they're going to ask about the goddamn position bat. Spamming buttons, trying to get through this nonsense as soon as we can. Yep, it's gonna be a running back position battle. Highest yards per carry. Guess what? Whoever wins isn't actually gonna win, but they'll still get the boost. Haha. I win no matter what. Sideline conversation. What do you care about the most? I don't like playing in the cold. Okay, cool. Coach, my personality. Maybe some truth to that. Be honest, I'm obsessed with my brand. I want you to be more of a leader. Okay, Coach, I trust you. Well, there we go. Now we got a leader. How do you like that? How do you like that? Back to the weekly show. My brand. Oh, God. There are some commercials that just stick with you, huh? Everybody's stupid but me type scenario. All right. Let's see. We did lose to the Falcons. Will we lose to the Panthers? We will. And again, it's preseason and we're not starting our strongest, so it's fine. And one more go round before we make these cuts. And obviously we got some points to put on here too. I probably should have done that beforehand, but it's really not a big deal. Our coach tree is hilarious at this stage. Yeah. All we got to do now is focus on the safeties, and we are golden for those development trees. Which means stop losing football games and accomplish something. Please. At least be polite about it, you know? All right, we got to cut 22 players. There we go. Now the old Psycho Sid reference makes sense. Shout out to Stubbs, by the way. Stubbs, what's up? Akins won the battle. He sure did. He sure did, except he didn't, and he won't be starting, but that's okay. Defensive coordinator. Got to do this one, too, because this will be, what do you want your team identity to be? And I'm going to say, let's punch some people in the mouth. Just right in the mouth. Get all up in there. Right in the mouth. I'm so tired. Oh, I'm so tired. What do you want us to embrace? Run block. Always hit hard and run block every year. For the love of God, please block. I wish I could put pass block, but just at least block, please. All right, so this year, we're definitely still going to want a mentor or quarterback for Justin Herrera. Or are we going to want one for Brand? We might want one for Brandon Statton instead. We might. I mean, Herrera should develop. Quarterback's more important. Tony Green, you are off to the practice squad, my man. And we are going to go bring in the one offensive veteran we allow ourselves to have. That is a non-UDFA. And that will be Endurance.
Oh, geez.
Endo. Even the 44, homie. How are you? Kenny Pickett, franchise quarterback player tag. Justin Fields, franchise quarterback player tag. Say hello to Mentor. Oh, I was really hoping we could slam our Penix in the car door. Desmond Ritter. Is practice squad stealing off? Yes. Yes, it is. So, Desmond Ritter will be our mentor. Golino, what's up? What's up? Running back, Aiken, Massey, and Statton. That's perfectly fine. We'll say that Massey is lower on the depth chart. Fullbacks. Jones is superstar dev. So Ramon Reese, can I put you on the practice squad still? Yes, I can. And then Marion Haskins, can you go back? No, you cannot. Hoskins, not Haskins. Shows how important you were to us. Goodbye, sir. Wideouts, Maynard, Pierman, Day, Terrell Davis. And then Shepard, Dorsey, and Beasley. Shepard was normal dev. I can't really envision a scenario where he plays. We will put him on the practice squad, but we might have to cut him. Might have to. So Maynard, Pierman Day, Davis, Dorsey, and Beasley. That works. Tight ends, Clyde Kindly. Grubbs at Star Dev, Crawford at Superstar. Justin Lawson. Still Star Dev that we can drop to the practice squad. He might have to get cut, though. And then Jimmy Downing is the same way. Kindly's an X Factor? Yes. We had a couple of guys finally go X Factor. Kindly, Connor, Money. It was beautiful. Left tackle's interesting. Very, very interesting. I think I want to move Glenn Andrews to the interior. Be better suited there and might be able to start. We move the big Ohio State lineman over. We move Tommy Norton to the... We are getting to the point where we're just not going to have enough space for all of these guys, which is okay. That's a good thing. But we also need them to be in the best position to succeed. And unfortunately, for most of them, their lack of mobility is concerning to me. And we might have to decide between someone long-term we can build up or somebody else that has been here, is a little bit more established, and provides better depth now. So if we look at this, right? U Davis definitely works at right tackle. He's got that mobility. Those two guys aren't bad either. And then at best, it's like Tim Brackett. Let's move Tim Brackett over. Just want to see if we can balance this properly. Not sure if we'll be able to, but we got to try. God, his fucking haircut is horrific. I mean, Brackett's not too bad there. We probably have 22 extra kickers and punters. We don't. Not this year. So Matt Streets is normal dev. I don't think we can play Glenn Andrews this year. Like, he's just going to hurt the team too much, but we can still leave him as a depth option. But like Wilkerson, that's a tough one. That's a tough one. Just looking at the amount of players here. Wilkerson and Mims are the ones where it's like, shit, do I leave them because they're good depth? Or do I cut them, save money long term? Because they're backups anyway. That's the question. Tony Davis needs to play. Superstar Devin, he's decent. Norton can go to left guard. He can compete with Strickland for that spot. So in the center position, I think we got no choice but to send Tommy Jones down to the practice squad. Like, he's just, he's not superstar dev like the other guy. So that leaves one player to cut. Unless we wanted to carry an extra lineman this year, which we could. That's if we wanted Tony Davis to be a starter, which would make sense. Allison still sub 70. Only reason we'd keep this guy is because he's superstar dev. 68 at 25. I mean, Hugh Davis, technically a worse version of Allison. Only star dev, Hugh Davis. We are going to drop you down to the practice squad this year. And that'll help us keep that extra center. That works. I think that works. Shout out to Undeezy for the 4 months. Undeezy, welcome back. How the heck are you? All right, so the movement continues. We will move Matty Streets over to right tackle. Because, again, if we end up with one guy in a position, that guy gets hurt, the AI will auto-sign somebody for that spot. So we do not want to deal with that nonsense. So we'll move Sam Wilkerson back to right guard, and he'll probably be the starter there. Again, this is a nice problem to have. Prior years, the O-line was solved in about 5 seconds because it was just like, all right, this guy sucks and this guy sucks. Let's just leave it at that. But now is the time. Like, we need to have as good of a roster as we can. You know, we need to start winning games. Badly. Holy fucking potential defensive tackles. Jesus. Okay. So Franklin McNeil, you would be a better defensive tackle than a defensive end. Let's move you over. This is going to be weird. Randy Hilton would also be a better defensive tackle. My hair at its current length, I'm looking like Mel Kiper Jr. from 2009. That's a hell of a look. Imagine going to the barber and just be like, yeah, give me the Mel Kiper. Fucking crazy. That is something, you know what? I might have to do that, actually. Grow the hair back out. Give me the Kiper. Give me the Mel, and they'll know who you're talking about. All right, defensive tackle. I think we would be good to move the big oak tree back. Please, I cut my own hair. Well, that might, fair. Then tell yourself to give yourself the Mel Kiper, in which case you already did. Aiden, what's going on? Save me from this conversation, please. All right, linebackers. Aaron Samuel's fast as fuck. And then Jeff Devlin. We can drop to the defensive line for the moment. Yeah, we're still going to have a lot to do.